Cool, calm, collected, keeps two hands on the football, keeping his eyes down the field. And speaking of eyes, if you're the Tennessee Titans right now, there's two players you want to make sure you keep your eyes on. You want to keep your eyes on 28, Achane, and you want to make sure that you know where Jalen Waddle is at all times.
Right to the left of the quarterback in the backfield, and there's a false start by Miami.
False start, offense, number 74. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
His team had scored in 32
no
a game.
Runoff because the clock was stopped at the time of the foul.
Throwing it for 285. So if you haven't seen the Dolphins a lot, they have not looked anything like this typically this season. But again, those three new guys up front.
I think it's important for, well, I agree with you, Lou, with Tua's pocket mobility. You can't take a sack here. The ball's got to get out of your hands. So let's be really efficient. You're trying to get one big chunk before you have to use that timeout to get yourself in field goal range.
Try to get out quickly. Inaccurate throw. Jalen Waddle was close, but that's Tua's worst throw tonight.
You know, that looks like another miscommunication.
Sure
you can kind of see Tia getting to it. Remember that third down scramble where Jalen broke off a shallow and wrapped around because he thought he was scrambling. There's another example of a little bit of miscommunication.
Waddle seemed to say that's on me.
Yeah, right. That's second one. And I think it gets important here. You know, 3rd and 7, you get a chunk here. Work the middle of the field if you're Tua. That's the shell defense that Tennessee's playing. You got to try to manipulate those underneath guys and see if you can get an inbreaker.
You see now, you see where Jalen Waddle is, number 2 at the bottom of the screen.
Tua again, unable to get rid of the ball quickly. Again takes off, fires across the middle into traffic off the hand of Achane. An incomplete. McCreary was tracking across dangerously, and the Dolphins face 4th down. We'll have to kick it away here with 38 seconds to go.
That's just a nice job by the Tennessee secondary as far as sorting out those bunches and stacks when they get in these condensed formations. They get in trips, they get in bunch. They're playing with great eyes, great communication to where they're not turning anybody loose down the field. And that's been a little bit of a problem for them. Tip your cap to the Tennessee Titans defense right now. I know that Tyreek isn't on the field.
Once away by Bailey. Drifts back to his 10. And be dragged down after about an 11-yard return. Miami miscues kind of running the gamut tonight. Tua Tagovailoa down inside the 5. Fumble the snap again. Eichenberg stepping in at center, and then a nice play by Jaleel Johnson to knock the ball loose. Then they had Tennessee at a 4th and 5, gonna get a field goal. Instead, it turns into a touchdown, and then the block by Danico Autry.
This is a typical Mike Vrabel.
Just gonna say that, dude.
Just muddy it up.
Just make it ugly.
Run the football. Get some turnovers. You see him right there. He's like, yeah, this one, just how I like it.
He'd like a little more production from the offense.
Is that how he sounds?
True, but you know, yeah, that's exactly how Vrabel sounds.
Levis from the pocket, running out of time, flips it across the middle, and that's Okonkwo's second catch of the evening here, and they do spend a timeout.
No, you're exactly right, though. Just make the game ugly. See if you can catch one break or two. Miami's offense is obviously out of rhythm without Tyreek. You know, we talk about Tyreek's talents and whatnot, and a lot of this first half was talked about the motions. It's almost like that piece is gone too, right? He's such an important part of their offense. So now he's not out. It's like, what do we do? And so Mike McDaniel is in scramble mode. Backup offensive lineman. The integral part of our offense isn't there. They're trying to build some rhythm in.
You know, MVP in the NFL has been a quarterback award, but there's been some talk maybe that Tyreek Hill should get consideration as the MVP. Sure. You see value he has when he's not out there. This is a completely different offense. Levis hit as he throws, but he fits it in, and there's Hopkins making the catch, still running. They haven't gotten to the ground yet. Finally shove him out of the sidelines. And knocking him down was Deshaun Elliott, who's another Dolphin slow to get up over there.
On display right there, Will Levis's toughness. And looking for the main guy. That's a nice throw.
Big time.
Levis took a big hit. Look at Chubb, who's come close but not gotten the sack. Stood in there and delivered. And this has been a physical, hard-hitting first half. Guys getting knocked around on both sides.
You see, they have essentially DeAndre Hopkins double team. They have the corner rolled up on his face, in his face, and Xavier Howard safety over the top. And Levis still fits that ball in there. And as you mentioned, taking the big shot. They rave about this young man's toughness, and he's going to need it. Taking those kind of hits in the pocket.
Remember the quick little out route he threw to Hop, right on that. Remember we talked about it in the zone, and hey, they saw it the same way, and the corner comes in. That's the answer to it. He knew Xavier Howard was going to be peeking inside. DeAndre rotates outside releases, and he throws that absolute missile.
Adrian Hill, the referee, checking out the monitor for an official review, perhaps involving whether or not Hopkins was down or still up and where to spot this ball.
And the big thing, if you're Will Levis, it's almost like a free timeout right now to try to figure out, is you're going to see does his leg go down, knee go down? Is that left?
I don't think it touches.
Well, they ruled him up after that, so it has to clearly show that the knee did touch. Another look here. I think it hit the ground.
Oh. Yep. Closer look.
But if you're Will Levis, it's a free timeout right now.
All right. After review, it was determined that the runner was down inbounds at the 50-yard line. The ball will be placed at that spot.
And the big thing is trying to understand, where do we have to get to for a potential field goal? I've got 2 timeouts left. Cannot take a sack. Can't really hold on to the football. You want to make a quick decision, get a completion, and it's immediately a timeout for your offense.
Nick Black, my spotter, says that although Nick Folk is ultra reliable, not a long distance weapon, so they need to get to about the 35, perhaps 15 more yards. They do have couple of timeouts. That's not an issue.
It's got to be. It's imperative that if you're a guy that catches the ball and you feel defenders close to you, you go down automatically, so you get your timeout. The last thing you want to do is waste time running side to side. We call that a get down catch. Try to get down if you got defenders near you and get another snap off.
And if you're Miami and you're close by them, you lay on them, right. Slow getting up, keep people in bounds, don't let them work the sidelines.
Still trying to determine whether or not there would be a 10-second run up. Now they've moved it back 18 seconds because he was down inbounds. Dolphins showing pressure. And a little too eager. Let's see if they were drawn off.
I think you're going to get a false start with Throckmorton, the right guard.
False start, offense, number 72, 5-yard penalty, still first down. There's no 10-second runoff because the clock was stopped.
By just leaning in there, they created that mistake. Now you got to get about 20 yards.
Yeah, you're still same mindset though. You're trying to play fast, get a completion, timeout, and see if you can get another snap.
Hopkins guarded by Ramsey off to the far side. Levis steps up, launches that direction for Hopkins, and an amazing catch is made at the 10-yard line. DeAndre Hopkins, falling backwards, had tremendous body control as he beat the Pro Bowl corner Howard for 45 yards.
I mean, just look at it. You obviously could have a cause for offensive pass interference. You saw Hop pull down Xavier Howard's arm right here at the end, right there.
I'm not giving you that.
How are you not giving it that? You can see it materially changes the body positioning of Xavier Howard at the end. Look, it's a nice release. Xavier, though, is right in phase with him. Right in phase, right in phase. Look how his body lurches forward.
What position should you play, Lewis?
No, I'm just calling it objectively. I mean, look at it. He pulls him down to the ground.
Now, you're right. I'll give you that.
Now, that's what Howard was pleading, and he cannot believe McDaniel, they gave up that chunk play, and Tennessee in a great position to lead at halftime. 10 more seconds. Still have a timeout. Levis launching for the end zone, and it's picked up by Howard. No, they rule out of bounds. Made the catch, could not get the feet down as they tested that matchup again. Hopkins versus Howard.
It's really just Xavier Howard at the line of scrimmage winning so well. I think if you're Tennessee, you can still get another snap off here. There's 6 seconds. You tell Will Levis, hey, this is catch and throw into the end zone. If you don't love it, not a big deal.
How risky is that?
But you got to just play fast. You prepare for these situations. If you don't love it, throw it out of bounds, we kick the field goal.
It's so interesting. Xavier Howard has 29 interceptions since 2017, which is most in the NFL. And they keep testing him. You know why? Because they don't want to mess with number 5 down here to the other side, in Jalen Ramsey.
Levis must get the ball out quickly, holds it a bit, fires across the middle, incomplete. Once again, they tested Howard. Hopkins, the intended receiver, 5 seconds left.
I mean, what a hell of a battle that's going on right here. I mean, you look at, he's playing outside leverage, which means then he's going to have to slice that underneath on the in-breaking routes. Look, there's a reason why Xavier Howard has those 29 interceptions I just talked about. He's no slouch out there, but they don't match up in their secondary anymore. Jalen Ramsey stays primarily on the right, Howard on the left.
It was Hopkins' turn to look around for a flag.
Contact there on the lower half.
Nope.
So Folk from 28 drives it through, continues to be automatic. He's made 76 in a row inside of 40 yards.
How about that? We put up the graphic that Miami, 8 touchdowns. Tennessee hadn't done it. They get a stop, a big play, completion downfield, and all of a sudden they get 3 points to take the lead at half.
Dolphins offense scoreless in the first half. It was Sealer with the pick 6 providing their only points.
That's a heck of a half right there for the Tennessee Titans. A heck of a job.
We have to make sure we don't turn the ball over in red zone areas, guys.
A turnover inside the 5, costly, to say the least. On the pitch, Mostert gets around the corner and creates about 7 yards.
I think to Laura's report, it's not only that they're missing Tyreek's production, they're missing his energy. And I think that's the challenge for Mike McDaniel, especially early. This has now become a dogfight game, Lou. So it's who is going to produce or provide some energy for this offense. It's got to be run game. It's got to be play action. It's got to be perimeter screen. But someone to create a big chunk play.
Giving up that chunk play to Hopkins at the end of the half.
Yes.
Yeah, that was huge.
Put them down 3.
The backs is where it's going to have to come from. It's going to have to come from Jalen Waddle.
Mostert again. Ran right into the arms of Hecko, and he stopped for no gain, 3rd and short.
Yeah, there's one of those guys that even Azeez Al-Shire said, look, I want to see how Kyle Pecco plays in this game. I want to see how this defensive line minus Jeffrey Simmons plays in this game. And now here you're coming up on the crucial 3rd down in the first series coming out here in the second half. This would be a huge feather in the cap of the Titans to get off the football field here. So again, take care of the guys who you need to take care of. 17 and 31 at the top of the screen. Mostert. Jalen Waddle.
Empty backfield. Titans rush 4. Tua lofting downfield and making the play is Cedric Wilson. They call it a catch, and what a catch as Tua dropped it in over Murphy Bunting.
That's a heck of a play. Look, somebody's going to have to step up, right? We're sitting here circling and talking about Waddle and Mostert. Look at this play by Cedric Wilson.
1. Oh, yeah.
He got them both in.
22-yard gain. It's the kind of spark that'll bring the juice you guys are talking about. Quick throw. Again, go right back to Wilson. 6th-year guy out of Boise State. And a dozen catches coming in.
You know what?
He'll have to step up and answer tonight.
So here we got another look at it.
Does his left foot get down before the right foot goes out of bounds?
Ooh. His left foot touched his right foot, which kind of delayed it hitting the ground.
It's a good job getting to the line of scrimmage by Miami.
You know what else I like? I like the fact that Mike McDaniel went right back to Cedric Wilson. He said, hey, look, you want to step up? I'll give you the opportunity.
2nd and 2. Mostert barrels forward. But they did operate quickly, and Vrabel not using the challenge flag, and that could be costly. Remember those? They had the Dolphins kind of backed up there.
Big time. That was third down.
Yeah.
You come out and get a third down stop, and you get off the field. It was a nice job of being ready. Miami, we see that all the time, right? Teams, close calls, get to the line of scrimmage, but doing it efficiently. For me right now, I just love the pace of this. In and out of the huddle. Get to the line of scrimmage. Get the play call. You're not standing there trying to be perfect if you're two in this offense.
Mostert again. I'll tell you, for having three guys who are not regular starters in there with offensive line, you have to credit what they're doing with the run block.
I was about to say, hey, look, this offensive line, look, you've got Robert Jones, you've got Lester Cotton, you've got Liam Eichenberg playing out of position, and these guys are coming off the ball.
Now McCreary down for the tight.
In between the tackles.
Achane in there. Has to get to the left edge, and stiff arm earns him a couple of yards. Run out, and it'll be third down. Achane, a guy that was battling a knee injury, just returned last week. He runs a 10.500, and the Cheetah said, "I don't know if you call that fast. That's not elite speed." He shot that down.
He sure did. He dismissed it quickly.
NCAA All-American.
He dismissed it real quick.
Need three here.
Soft coverage up top.
To looking to the right, launching to the end zone. Wilson draws a couple of flags. Murphy Bunting made that tackle on Hill and took him out. Charged with that PI.
Pass interference, defense, number 0. Ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Sean Murphy Bunting, he struggled last week against the Colts. And you see there, he puts his arm around the wide receiver.
Hey, that's a good job by Tua taking that shot. I also think that there should be a roughing the passer.
Oh, wow.
That is unbelievably late right there.
Late and low.
He got to protect the quarterback there.
First and goal. Mostert had to make a quick cut and didn't quite have the speed to get away from Murphy Bunting that time. Dropped for a loss of 3.
That's a heck of a play by Sean Murphy Bunting. Just watch how he fires on this and really is able to cut him off. Just watch how quickly he gets up the field. As soon as he realizes, look, he's coming back to me here, I need to go now.
Penetration killed that play too, right?
Fantastic.
Mostert to have to cut back.
That's right. Look, you want to make this offense go left and right. You want to make it run parallel to the line of scrimmage and not let them get downhill.
Talked about the Dolphins' red zone prowess coming in. Number 1 in the league. Had that fumble earlier. Second red zone trip. Tua underneath. Achane knocked down 2 yards short of the goal line. Again, Murphy Bunting in on the hit.
It's a great job of kind of creating that angle screen for Miami's offense.
Get another Dolphin, or excuse me, a Titan down on the field. Looks like Pecco. Quickly looking at his left angle. This is costly for both teams tonight. Down.
I see you flexing Sean Murphy Bunting. Got him one-on-one.
Good coverage.
An easy pass breakup. Had him under control the entire time. Had a little bit of jersey in that left hand also.
And it's the kind of night, guys, where Daniel thinking, the way things are going, I'll take the 3.
I thought they would have run it there, thinking that would have been 4-down territory for them. Again, trying to inject some energy to their football team. No Tyreek changes that.
Sanders had his first field goal attempt from 44, blocked by Autry. This from 20, knocked through. So Miami opens up the third quarter with an 11-play, 77-yard drive and gets even.
Following a muff punt by the Packers, their third turnover of the night. There goes DeVito. Down at the 1-yard line. Saquon Barkley nearly bottled up in the backfield. Instead spins in for his second touchdown. G-Man by 4. Chris?
To say the least for the Packers, hopes of climbing back into the playoffs. 10 apiece here. Dolphins again trying to get to 10-3, trying to equal Baltimore's record. Battle for that home field advantage throughout the playoffs, trying to keep command of the AFC East. It was 2.5 games over Buffalo coming in. Tonight's total replay brought to you by Target. Mixed bag for Will Levis.
Yeah, a lot to like, though. I mean, you see some of the toughness, the willingness to stand in the pocket and shed some tacklers, and then, I mean, a couple physical finishes, and then some of the talent. I love his eyes and third down, drifting in the pocket, a little soft away, and then a touch ball to Spears, and then really the play that got him the field goal right before the half. He takes a shot from Bradley Chubb and fits it in 3 defenders with a little bit of arm strength. So, you know, for first start Monday Night Football on the road, I've been impressed with the young man.
So the team trying to win away from home for the first time. Henry for about 3. Laura?
Yeah, you see Deshaun Elliott back out on the field for the Dolphins. Good news to see one of the injured players for them go back out there. He was evaluated for a rib injury and a concussion, but as you can see, back on the field.
They need a little good news here in Miami with the injury toll so far tonight.
Don't forget Holland out, who's their Pro Bowl caliber safety. So they're
Baker.
Yep, they're down 2 starters, 1 secondary, 1 at the backer.
2 in the backfield. Handoff inside. Chubb able to get Spears down. Here runs, sets up a 3rd down.
Here comes D-Hop. Traylon Burks back onto the field. Well, DeAndre Hopkins had a nice first half. Make no mistake about that whatsoever. Targeted 7 times, 3 catches for 72 yards. Move him around, find a way. Now they got him down here at the bottom of the screen, matched up against Jalen Ramsey.
1 of 6 on 3rd. Dolphins crowd trying to make a difference right now.
You got to block these 3 on the edge if you're Tennessee.
They come after him. It is picked up enough for him to get the ball out and complete. There was a flag down as Spears did make enough for the first down. Brought down by Riley. It's going to be defensive holding. That's the signal against Miami.
I think they're going to call it on Jalen Ramsey, matched up here against DeAndre Hopkins.
Before the pass, holding defense. Number 5. That penalty is declined. The play results.
Haven't seen Jalen matched up against the elite receiver offense tonight. In fact, he says he battles boredom. They don't try him very often.
Yeah, you see here, there's always going to be a lot of hand fighting between these two. And you see right there, you see the left hand. I think that's what they called.
It's a good job matching Spears up on the backer, widening his release and getting that quick out route.
There's one way to attack this Miami defense. Make those middle backers cover. Blind side hit. There was Kohu, who came in and not for the first time tonight delivered a big shot on the quarterback.
Kader Kohu has turned into a fine nickelback. They have targeted him a lot as teams try to stay away from these corners in Howard and Ramsey. And you see here,
you know, Lou, so often in the play action game, the back is really responsible for any edge pressure. So Spears, the rookie, I would have loved to see him forget the fake and go block Kohu to get a chance to make that throw for their offense.
Levis's head hit the backside of his running back on the way to the ground. Henry a short gain. Sack just once tonight, hit a bunch. Evaded that sack by Chubb, which Chubb responding with a 15-yard penalty that really cost Miami 4 points in the first half. Prolonged the drive. Another 3rd down and long.
Yeah, again, I mean, attacking the middle of the field, the over routes have been something that has really paid some dividends for them. Tajay Spears coming out of the backfield, as Dan just alluded to, one-on-one against Duke Riley. That's a nice matchup for him as well.
Dolphins bring 5 rushers. Levis launching downfield, trying to track the ball, was Burks. In the air a long time. Howard had a chance to get back and make the play.
That was a nice job by Xavier Howard. Nice job by the safety getting over the top. Brandon Jones.
So, punting team on the field. high boot. And Zitner, fair cut at the 8-yard line. Oh, how McDaniel uses him here.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't come back in the game to not do something significant.
Send him deep.
Exactly. Hey, right now there's some things you just can't defend. It doesn't matter what you do.
He and Waddle off to the left, stacked.
It's the look to send him deep, I can tell you that much.
Waddle motions into the backfield. Off the play fake. They get it to Waddle on the perimeter. And he scoops out of bounds after a short gain. Trey Avery was there.
If you saw him right there talking to Amani Hooker after the play, he kind of leaned into him and was talking to him a little bit. Probably tell you, I'll be back. I'll be back here shortly.
Tackled him. That was a potential horse call, not called.
Yeah.
I think this, again, we talked about it a little bit in the first half, is you're trying to figure out what you can do when he's not on the field. Now that he's back on the field, I'm sure Mike McDaniel can call whatever he was planning on.
Goes in motion. And Tua took a look and now goes downfield, incomplete, trying to get it to Durham Smythe. Defended by Hooker. Nice job to break it up.
He has been all over the field tonight. One of the most cerebral safeties in the NFL. You see right there. That's just textbook. That's textbook.
That left hand.
You just go ahead, upfield hand, stab at the football, make sure that right hand kind of wraps around him, doesn't interfere with him, but just in case you miss it, so you can secure the tackle. It's textbook defensive back play.
Talked to him last night. He was conceding nothing. He was not shying away from the challenge of playing this offense. Dolphins need 4.
Now Tyreek is where he's most dangerous.
On the edge here, Murphy bunting in coverage. Tua was looking that direction. Steps up and launches downfield. It's Achane just over his fingertips. Speedy running back as Murphy bunting gave chase. So missed opportunity in his 4th down.
You can see Tua's actually using Tyreek as a little bit of decoy. Watch Achane at the bottom of the screen. Murphy Bunting peeking, see how he slows right down? Slows down right as he's crossing past Murphy Bunting. If he just, I'm running as fast as I can, he's going to run underneath that ball. Just a little bit of slowing down forces that misconnection.
You can best believe Tua stared at Tyreek.
Haley's punt to 35 and fair caught by Guerrero.
Be a staple of this team because the second level is open. Between the second and third level in the middle of the field, it's open for him.
2 backs flanking Levis. Henry again, grinding for a couple. Another 3rd down and about 6.
This is a situation, Lou, you're talking about it on those early downs. Tim Kelly, their play caller, and the play action passer with passes with the crossers. I don't think you throw the ball to the perimeter. Now, if you got hop one-on-one, safety comes down, different story. But this is really a Spears situation for me. Him matched up on those backers. That's ideally where you have your best one-on-one.
Pitch it to him. And you get the edge. He does, and knifes out near midfield for a 3rd down conversion.
If you look at Tajay Spears' split, you see maybe just how wide he was. Maybe tipped off a little bit about the fact that he was going to get the ball in some way, shape, or form fast on the edge.
It's a great seal block by Okwanku. You know, seals, you get a little couple pulls, and then Spears, so good with the ball in his hands. Love that play call. I think this is when you could take a little bit of a play action shot, Lou, like move the pocket and see if you can create a big gash in the defense.
First down, Levis is picking downfield, throws to Hopkins. Did he get the feed in? No. Incomplete, went up high over Jalen Ramsey. Haven't seen this matchup too often tonight.
That's a heck of a recovery by Jalen Ramsey. D-Hop was able to put on the brakes, let him go by, and you see them come back in. Oh, got the right foot down, couldn't get the left one down.
That is so close. Look at these guys, these battle. Probably both going to be in the Hall of Fame one day, full extended.
The thing you got to remember about Jalen Ramsey is this guy's 6'2", 208 pounds. With that kind of change of direction.
Hopkins jawing with the Dolphins sideline after that play. Looks like it's another false start.
False start, offense, number 79. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
It's tough. That's Jalen Duncan, the third false start tonight for this team. It continues to be a problem. Just hard to give away 5 yards on these road games, tight games.
Yeah, Jalen Duncan's coming off of a tough game a week ago. Someone who just got to get settled in. Gave up 5 sacks last week against the Indianapolis Colts. And now he's going up against Bradley Chubb, who's been one of the most productive pass rushers in the league this year.
I'll tell you this, they've only allowed 1 sack tonight. The Dolphins have affected Levis numerous times. This time from the pocket, delivers downfield, and the catch is made by Derrick Henry, who goes up and grabs it.
We saw this play early in the first half. DeAndre Hopkins is going to be in the slot. He's going to come up and hook up. Now pay attention to Jalen Ramsey. He's going to pay all vision to DeAndre Hopkins. See how he leaves him there? Then allows Derrick Henry to go down the sidelines. It's a really good job. Will Levis threw it to Hop in the first half. He realizes Ramsey's going to peek and rips that ball down the sideline.
I think they were playing a little bit of a trap principle.
Yep.
Safety needs to roll over the top quicker. But being the fact that it was Derrick Henry, he didn't think he needed to.
Yep.
Flag down as Levis steps up, throws far side. Hopkins makes the catch inside the Miami 25. Let's check this marker. It's another false start, it looks like, on the Titans, and that a costly one. Nullified an 18-yard gain.
What? Illegal formation, offense. The Miami offense was originally in an illegal formation and then shifted into a legal formation, but that is still a foul. 5-yard penalty for the previous spot. Replay, first down.
Adrian Hillman, Tennessee offense.
Yeah, the tight end never got set on the initial. Then watch Levis. That's the end formation. They were in an empty formation. Levis calls them in, never allowed them to get set. And then, yeah, you could see disappointment from Tim Kelly. It's the right call by the officiating crew.
Just managing, right? Managing the huddle, getting the play call, getting him lined up. That's one of the things Levis has been emphasizing. There's the throw far side. Hopkins goes up and makes a terrific catch and keeps the feet down.
Look, if you're Vic Fangio right now, you have to start figuring, hey, look, we got to shut down number 10. We got to start doing something here because he's really their only credible receiving threat on the perimeter. And look at that toe tap along the sideline.
Beautiful.
Still can go, man.
This is a guy who you got to figure out a way. You cannot let him start getting comfortable, because right now Will Levis said, hey, look, I've targeted you 9 times so far. You best believe he's going to get a bunch more.
Henry. Dolphins flying downhill. Agba got him to the ground.
Lou, you're talking about, I mean, it's right now it's really number 10 and number 32.
Yeah, I mean,
those are the 2 guys that have made plays for the offense for Tennessee.
And here come all the pass catchers on the field. Tajay Spears is on the field now. Okonkwo back on the field.
Levis can't take a sack here. They're right in fringe field goal range for Nick Folk.
Got the lineup. Spears on the backer.
Dolphins rush forward. Levis has time and launches downfield in the seam. Catch made. Ball pops out of the hands of Spears. Brandon Jones knocked it out, but it's spotted at the 5-yard line, and the Titans are threatening.
That is a great play by Brandon Jones. Tajay Spears.
Did he catch it?
Titans are trying to play fast before Dolphins could consider the challenge flag. And here it comes. McDaniel ran right down the sideline. Wanted to make sure that maybe the guys upstairs had a chance to take a look at it on his behalf. It's a 30-yard gain. Did he have control before Jones got over there and knocked it loose?
Miami is challenging the ruling on the field of a complete
Throw-in catch from Will Levis to Spears.
And if you're Xavier and Howard, when you turn on this film tomorrow, you're going to go, why didn't I go up over the top and high point that thing and take it away?
Henry. Lined up about 7 yards deep. Dolphins crowding the line. Predictable call. Henry dragged down after a gain of a yard by Van Ginkel. No deception. He's counting on Henry being able to bulldoze through some folks.
Now they got their athletic personnel grouping back on the field. Tajay Spears comes back in the game. Are they going to spread it out a little bit? They're going to try and throw the football here.
Two backs are flanking Levis.
Check out his backfield set and where he's at. Is he going to try and get out quickly?
Take it to Henry. Levis in trouble. Lofts to the end zone. Incomplete. Blowing up the play was big Christian Wilkins, and it's 3rd and goal.
It's a very good throwaway by Will Levis. Me right here, if I'm Tennessee, 2 things. One, you have to be and give Will Levis somebody if it's all out pressure from Miami. Vic Fangio has it in his bag. It's got to be something quick as an outbreaker. 2, if they play zone, someone at the goal line, DeAndre Hopkins at the back end.
If I'm Miami, I'm going like this. Where's 10? Where is he? Someone else catch this football if you're going to throw it. It cannot be DeAndre Hopkins.
He is off to the left. Play clock at 1. Levis lofts across the middle. Juggled. Caught. Touchdown. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine. And the Tennessee Titans, with 10 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, have taken the lead again on Miami. Crowd sees the replay, not convinced that he caught it off the juggle. Collects it again. Does he control it to the ground?
I don't think that's going to be a catch.
Ball hits the ground. John Perry keeping a close eye on this, and we'll bring him in here. It was a complicated catch from the start, and right there it looks like the ball touches the end zone without having complete control. John, how do you see this play?
Yeah, I don't think he has control of this football before the ball touches the turf. I think it's an incomplete pass based on the shots that we've shown.
That's close. Definitely touches. Does it move?
Does he have control after it touches?
After review, it was determined that the receiver did not maintain control of the ball going to the ground. Therefore, it is an incomplete pass. It will be 4th down.
So close, but ends up being 4-point play instead of a 7-point lead. Titans will send out folk for a field goal attempt. Still another long, impressive, grinding drive by Tennessee. 60 yards in 11 plays. 5 minutes and 41 seconds taken away from Tua.
Bunch of 3rd down conversions.
Yep. Spears converted 2 third downs with catches in that drive. Folk, no problem, of course, knocks it through from 23. And Will Levis trying to win on the road as the starting quarterback for the first time. He took some shots early. He kept battling through a pick that cost his team, but has made some throws since then.
Look, I'll tell you, both General Manager Rand Carthen and quarterback coach Charles London said this guy is made of the right stuff. He will not flinch. He will not blink. He has tremendous natural throwing skill with the football, and you've seen him fit some throws here into some real tight windows over and over again.
I think the thing that I love the most, I know he's tough. I know he hangs in the pocket. I know he's got this big, powerful arm. I've seen some touch throws, right? Some in the moment. I can't rip this ball, but 3rd down, I'll drift to Spears. 3rd down, I'll throw the ball up over the top to Spears. And I think that's the thing that I've liked the most. Again, this young man started this game throwing a pick 6 on a screen pass. Ever since then, he has been very impressive.
Well, Charles London talked about keeping him at a neutral place.
Yeah.
He could have gotten totally off kilter.
Great point.
With how the way the game started, and he never did. So tip your cap to the guy. He's developing just like they want him to.
Now we're going to see guys in the final quarter here. But Tua Tagovailoa with Tyreek Hill back in the game. What can they do? Haven't found the end zone yet. Berrios in the final play of the quarter trying to give him some field position. And he is knocked down. Actually, they'll run one more play. Avery got him to the ground. So can Tyreek Hill be a weapon? Is he out there as a decoy? Hasn't gotten a touch yet since returning, but he has brought some energy and some juice. But you got a Tennessee defense playing with some confidence now.
And they're playing that shell defense, right? They're 2 safeties deep. They're not allowing anything. At some point, there's got to be a perimeter screen that goes for a big, explosive play for this offense.
Ingold in front of most of an I formation here. Play fake. Tua looking downfield and does find Tyreek Hill, who steps out in Tennessee territory. He's back.
Yeah, you know that's where they're going to start going now. They're going to start going after Sean Murphy-Bunting. He struggled last week with the speed of guys like Alec Pierce. They got